Why are people in Kenya buying gas at $6 per gallon? $6. You know who buys $6 per gallon in America? People who live in California. And they're complaining about the $6 also. It's $6, it goes up to $8, but $6 is sort of the average. Where I live, and most places in America, the gas right now is around $4 per gallon. And $4, it went up. It went up almost $1.50. So we are buying gas at $4. So when people in Kenya say that they're living the same lifestyle, they're paying the same things for the cost of things that they pay in Kenya is the same as America. No, it's not. No, it's not. You're paying like you live in California, not the rest of America. In California, in New York, that's the price you're paying. You're not paying like the rest of America. Americans are not paying $6 per gallon today. And it was $2, it went up. So what I'm basically saying is the protesters, everybody, I'm doing this video in solidarity with all the people who are protesting the increase in the gas prices. And those gas prices should be this is Kenya, it should be around $1, $2 there. So this idea that they're saying 9 taxes on the gas, they need to go. This is one of the reasons why it's so hard to do business in Kenya. This is one of the reasons. Because mnaharibia watu biashara na vitu kama hizi. So because you cannot be transporting your things with gas of $6 per gallon. That's very expensive. So this is one way in which they are destroying the business environment. Of course, there's the issue of a lot of Kikuyus own the public transportation and they're being sabotaged. There's also that issue. But the reality is everybody is being sabotaged. Because you got to transport people, you got to transport goods, employees need to find a way to make it to work. So basically the economy is being sabotaged by this ridiculousness that is $6 per gallon in Nairobi. So this is another reason Ruto must go. Ameshindwa kazi. When it comes to Kenyans who live in Kenya, it's important for them to distinguish between themselves and Americans who live in California. You don't live in California. You don't live in America. You should not be paying for things like you live in America. And that does not mean that your quality needs to be lower. What it means is you're being exploited. If you're in Africa and you're paying the same as people who live in America, you are being exploited. You're being exploited because people who are paying, for example, gas $6, they are getting a lot of other things from their governments. But you're not. Money is just being taken out of your pocket. You're being robbed. So Kenyans need to cease and desist this behavior of claiming that they live the same lifestyle as people in America. No, you don't. You're in Kenya, you live a Kenyan lifestyle. Your prices need to be Kenyan prices, not 80% more. You should not be paying things 80% more so that you can be saying, oh, we're paying the same as you in America. They're getting a lot more for what they're paying than you. A lot more. Their hospitals have medicine. They have good hospitals, public health, good education. Their governments are providing a lot more. So you're not getting that. You're getting public hospitals with no medicine. You're getting a collapsing education system. You're getting, you have to fundraise for everything. People in California are not doing that. In most of America, they're not fundraising for everything. So they're getting a whole lot more. You're not getting all that. That's the first thing. And the second thing, you live in a country that is making around 150 billion Kenya shillings, not 4 trillion. Not Kenya shillings, sorry, 150 billion US dollars, not 4 trillion. So people need to live in reality. They need to live in reality, and this is another reason Ruto must go. Ruto must go because ameshindwa. He's destroyed the business environment completely, and he keeps destroying it. He's just destructive. For no, I don't know. I don't even know what the reason is at this point. He just wants to exploit people. He's a jerk. The man is a jerk. He gotta go. He gotta go. He gotta go. These people, they're jerks. They gotta go. That whole group, Mubandi is what he's called, Mubandi. And Wandanyi, this broad-based, just, they gotta go. All these people need to go. They are failed. They have failed. And Kenyans should not be paying anything above $2 per gallon in gas. How are you planning to have a good business environment when you have gas $6, $5, $4? It needs to go down to $2, $3 there. And even that is high. But it needs to go down there. And this idea of forces, the global forces, I don't know, the war in Iran, whichever war in whatever country, you need to get smart people who know how to create an economy that is not dependent on global forces. Because if somebody catches malaria here in America, all of a sudden, all of you there in Kenya are throwing up. Is that what you're saying? Somebody gets diabetes here in America. Now, all of a sudden, everybody in Kenya is diabetic. So they need to come off it and get smart people. This group is dunderheads. You have to understand them, dunderheads. Your economy cannot be controlled by outside forces like that. Uko na nyumba yako lakini inakontroliwa na watu wengine, majirani. Majirani huko wakipata shida ya tumbo, nyinyi pia ati mko na shida ya tumbo. Na mkuli chakula moja. Wao hujui ni nini wamekula huko wakapata shida ya tumbo. Sasa unasema ati hao majirani kwa hivyo wamepata shida ya tumbo, pia hata sisi tuko na shida ya tumbo. Amepata homa, pia sisi mko na homa. Na muishi hata nyumba moja. That's ridiculous. So Kenyans need to get smarter leaders. Get rid of these people. Get rid of these people. And also their puppets. Puppets of the West, which they're dumb. Okay? So by dumb, I mean both the West and them. This is just two groups of dummies. Because there is no way the West is going to get what they're saying they're going to get or what they're trying to use this people for. This type of foolishness has no cure. The West doesn't have cure for that foolishness. So they have a different type of problem. But the reality is they do not have a cure for this type of foolishness that is going on with this government of Kenya. So fagieni wote, they need to go. Fagia wote, elections are coming, fagia wote. Madanda ed wote, send them home because you cannot, jirani yako ati anapata homa ati uko na homa. Na hata amjuani. Au mjua yeye anaishi sijui wapi wewe unaishi, wewe uko Garissa, yeye ako huko sijui wapi huko. Alafu uko Bungoma, ati amepata homa wewe uko na homa uko Bungoma. Ati amepata malaria wewe uko na malaria. That's ridiculous. So get smarter people who know how to run governments, smarter people who have a clue, who at least have a clue of what they're doing. And people who understand they're in Kenya, you're not in California. You're in Nairobi, not California. You're not in Los Angeles. Big difference. Thank you.